Hello everyone, this is Warhawk Beyond 2040 bringing to another edition of the Wrestling Discussion Series, and today I am going to be talking about, perhaps for me anyway, the standout moments of Raw's 30th anniversary, and that was the appearance of The Undertaker. Now, when WWE announced that The Undertaker was going to be appearing on Raw for its 30th anniversary, there was a lot of speculation about what Undertaker we were going to see. Was it going to be the dead man? Was it going to be the biker? Or was it just going to be out of character as just plain Mark Calloway? We got that question answered. We saw LA Knight running his mouth, calling out any legend to come out and face him. And then the gong went off, the lights went out, pyros went off, and we heard something that I thought I would never ever hear again. We heard Kid Rock's American Badass theme, and there he was, out on his motorcycle, The Undertaker himself, with shades on, bandana, cap on, ponytail, looking like, no pun intended, like a badass. And this moment for me felt like I was taken back to the year 2000 of my childhood, just seeing The Undertaker coming out on his motorcycle with Kid Rock playing, and the place just went absolutely nuts. And rightfully so, because this was the first time that Undertaker had appeared on Raw in 3 years almost, so this was very special. Undertaker looked very well, looked in great shape. Obviously, as we all know, he retired at Survivor Series 2020. He got inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame 2022. And obviously, he came out on night two and just basically waved to all the fans and just left. But I had a feeling that we would see The Undertaker again, but it wasn't going to be just for any random appearance. And I felt it was only fitting for Raw's 30th anniversary that The Undertaker would be part of it, for many reasons, because he was on the first ever episode back in 1993, 30 years ago, and he competed in the first ever main event of the show. And look where we are now, 30 years later. It's just unbelievable. And Bray Wyatt came out, and Undertaker had LA Knight by the throat. It looked like he was going to chokeslam him, but he just pushed him straight into Bray Wyatt, who delivered Sister Abigail, and it looked like to me, from the way Undertaker acted when he whispered in Bray Wyatt's ear, it looked like to me that he was more or less officially passing the torch to him. Don't know exactly what he said, but it was definitely the legend putting over the young and up-and-coming guy. I mean, not really necessarily up-and-coming. I mean, Bray Wyatt's been in the company now since 2012. Obviously, he got rehired back in 2022 by Triple H. So he's been there for a while now, but he's still a young guy. He's still in his prime. And, he's great with his dark characters. So it looks like Undertaker has more or less passed the torch to Bray Wyatt. And like I said, Raw had a lot of moments with various different legends, coming out, like Ric Flair, DX, Kurt Angle, to name a few. But for me, this was the one that I was waiting for the most, and it didn't disappoint. And, I didn't really expect a whole lot. I wasn't expecting Undertaker to come out and fight someone, which he didn't. He didn't really do a lot, but just to have him there, it was great to see him. And, some people would say, oh, he's going to wrestle another match. I'm getting a bit tired of hearing that. You never say never, like the man said, but I think Undertaker's done. He just came out here, to celebrate 30 years of Raw, and he passed the torch onto the next guy, which of course was Bray Wyatt. But this was a fun moment, nice little blast from the past. Seeing The Undertaker coming out on the motorcycle definitely brought back epic memories of the American Badass / Big Evil days, when he used to ride around to the ring on the motorcycle every single week. So it was nice to see that. And, as much as I probably would have liked to have seen the dead man, it was very refreshing to see, at this stage, see The Undertaker as himself, as the biker. And it was a lot of fun. The fans popped. I went nuts. It was a lot of fun. And the look that Undertaker had reminded me of kind of like that whole transitional period that was going on with him back in late 99, where he was kind of moving out of the ministry into the biker, where he was still very much, in his ministry gimmick, but he was wearing, street clothes and a bandana and shades. So it kind of reminded me of that a little bit, which was cool. I like that. And hearing the Kid Rock theme playing while he's driving out to the ring was a real nice treat as well. So that for me was the standout moment of Raw's 30th anniversary. As I said, wasn't really much else to go with or talk about, but this was definitely worth suffering 3 hours just for this. It was worth it. So that is going to be it from me. I am going to wrap this up now. What was your thoughts on seeing The Undertaker coming out as the American Badass? Did you enjoy it? Do you think Undertaker passed the torch to Bray Wyatt? And if so, what do you think he whispered to him in his ear? And do you think we will see The Undertaker again? Or do you think this was merely just a one-off special appearance? You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below. And I will see all of you next time for another edition of the Wrestling Discussion Series. So until next time, take care, everybody, and stay safe. And once again, as always, much appreciated. Thanks for listening.